You're listening to The Alex Jones Show.
Big Brother, mainstream media, government cover-ups. You want answers? Well, so does he. He's Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network. And now, live from Austin, Texas, Alex Jones.
You can follow us on Twitter at Real Alex Jones. And follow us on one of our 14 different YouTube channels with over 600 million views total by simply going to the Alex Jones channel, linked on Infowars.com. We have Wolfgang Halbig joining us for about 40 minutes. Coming up at the start of the next segment, he's the former top school safety administrator, advisor. He's run major colleges, you name it, run major college security systems, high schools, been a former state police officer, customs officer after that. He gave money to Sandy Hook. Then he started to ask questions. Why weren't the helicopters called for an hour or never? Why were the ambulances parked down the street? These are weird press conferences. Why are you sealing everything? Why was the school closed till right before? What are these weird videos, people walking in circles, in and out, the same people, and weird guys caught in the woods that you later cover up? Man, something's going on here. And then the feds send the state police and others to his house in Florida to threaten him. He better stop investigating. Well, we've been threatened in more ways than one here as well. And when people start threatening you, you know you're onto something. And when people threaten me, I got to be careful that I'm not manipulated and predictable. Because in the past, if somebody threatened me, I would immediately go after them, legally and lawfully. Sometimes, though, people mess with you to get you to do that. But still, I have a tendency that if somebody tries to shut down my free speech, tries to bully me, I can't sleep at night if I don't get in their face and then basically figure out what they're up to and basically defeat them. I think most people are like that who've got any common sense, any sense of justice, any self-respect. But it's not an arrogance that I'm engaging in, that I don't like being a slave. It's just my very DNA, my very bones. Don't like being suppressed, don't like being dominated, don't like being dumbed down. That's why I fundamentally don't like the New World Order. Because they take knowledge and use it to control people instead of taking knowledge and using it to empower people. Because if you're such a great, incredible globalist, if you're so phenomenal and so amazing, why then would you need to keep people dumbed down to control them if you were so majestic and so powerful? Like Yoda says, if so powerful you are, why run? The government tells us we shouldn't own guns, we shouldn't have storable food, we shouldn't take special training with firearms or special training in hand-to-hand combat and self-defense. And they demonize anybody that does that, and that's why they hate veterans. Because you're a weapon system that no longer works for them, and you're the apple of their disdain, the apple of their hatred, the apple of their disgust, because they hate you. Because you're strong. Because you've done things. Because you've put yourself out there. Because you're manly. Because you're womanly. You're human. And the globalists act like a bunch of aliens. And it's because they are aliens, ladies and gentlemen. I'll just come right down to it. They're not human as we know it. And no, I don't believe they came from a distant star system or carried here on seed pods by the solar wind from the Horsehead Nebula. No. They are psychopaths and sociopaths. They are mentally ill with high IQs. And they see themselves as a separate species because they are. They are humans, but they are not the same species. And the globalists are always writing books and have publications saying that the elite are breaking off and forming their own species because they're willing to be cold-blooded and they see us as animals. No, that does not make you a superior species. A super Morlock overlord species that feeds on the Eloi. But I will say this. The slouching repros, that's a proper word, of the general public under the globalist dehumanization onslaught is a disgusting sight to see. Used since before the days of the Roman Empire to support the body's natural systems and enhance overall health. Introducing the new InfoWarsLife.com oil of oregano formulation, a highly advanced nutraceutical form of this key herb that has been traditionally used by civilizations for thousands of years to promote health. We have now procured the most high quality and potent forms of oregano oil on the market, sourced from top leading manufacturers to ensure a concentrated level of bioactive ingredients. Extracted directly from the wild herb and sealed in easy-to-use capsules, you will no longer need to endure the burning of liquid oregano on the tongue. Wild crafted from the Mediterranean oregano species that experts agree is one of the most powerful and most challenging to acquire. This winter season, it's more important than ever to secure this true form of oil of oregano. Now available in our limited first run at InfoWarsLife.com. That's InfoWarsLife.com or call 888-253-3139. When cells become toxic, they die early and aging sets in. No one has put together a formula that focuses directly on brain health, nerve growth factors, and optimizing your cellular energy at the same time. Just one of the key compounds, BioPQQ, is backed by major clinical studies. You want the best that's out there at the lowest price anywhere? We now have the synergistic solution. Secure your DNA force today at InfoWarsLife.com or call toll-free 888-253-3139.
The average person's life is filled with unexpected challenges. Unlock the energy it takes to defeat these daily beasts with super male or super female vitality, specifically designed to assist the body in regulating proper hormone balance to create superior vitality in males and females. Supercharge and conquer your world at InfoWarsLife.com or call 1-888-253-3139.
Using unparalleled research in the development of a synergistic formulation based around the key concepts of super oxygenation, the next level in cleansing is here. With key ingredients backed by real clinical studies, the new Oxy Powder, available through InfoWars Life, was invented during Dr. Group's research on the toxification of our bodies. Many herbal colon cleansers are harsh on the body and contain cheap and potentially dangerous ingredients, oftentimes full of synthetic fillers, GMOs, additives, or worse. Gently start cleaning your body with easy capsules that start working while you sleep. Oxy Powder does not require time off work, and there's no need for bad tasting concoctions. Instead, Oxy Powder slowly releases monoatomic oxygen into the intestinal tract and body. Experience the astonishing cleansing power of superoxide and ozonide technology. Go to InfoWarsLife.com or InfoWarsStore.com to get started with Oxy Powder, or call 1-888-253-3139.
As a community moves towards despotism, respect is restricted to fewer people.
That's veteran Denver police officer Charles Jones IV smashing an unarmed suspect in the face 6 times.
Officers accused of using excessive force on a suspect and then trying to erase the evidence.
I'm observing what they're doing and they're arresting me. I don't understand what's going on.
A community rates low on an information scale when the press, radio, and other channels of communication are controlled by only a few people.
Does it raise ethical questions about the use of government money to produce stories about the government that wind up being aired with no disclosure that they were produced by the government?
How can you ask such a question?
What difference at this point does it make?
When a competent observer looks for signs of despotism in the community, he looks beyond fine words and noble phrases.
There are actions I have the legal authority to take as president that will help make our immigration system more fair and more just. Tonight, I'm announcing those actions.
What I say goes, see? I'm the law around here.
He came, he saw, he died.
Yes, in modern warfare, our military leaders are finding that words and ideas are highly effective weapons.
We just have to be repetitive about this. We need to do this every day of the week and just really brainwash people into thinking about guns in a vastly different way.
We are trained to deceive if we have to. You really don't have to trust me. You shouldn't trust me. In fact, by my actually participating in that, I will taint the news.
In communities of this kind, despotism stands a good chance.
The
9 most terrifying words in the English language are, I'm from the government and I'm here to help.
Okay, Miss Hughes, well, we're going to do everything we can to help you.
Resistance to tyrants is obedience to God. It's the Alex Jones Show, because there is a war on for your mind.
There certainly is, and knowing is half the battle. Thank you so much for joining us. We're going to have open phones in the third hour. There is a lot of news that we haven't even gotten to yet in detail. Police overwhelmingly reject AR-15 cop killer ammo ban. It's offensive and disgusting that they are using officer safety as a guise to further infringe the rights of the people. That was out of Police One. We've got some other good news I'm going to get into. McDonald's new menu policy will only use chickens raised without antibiotics. Some bad news, Congress sends Homeland Security bill to Obama without conditions, meaning Obama will now completely open the border and has a blank check to do it from Congress without Congress voting. Just like they did on Obamacare, letting him sign thousands of orders, thousands of waivers and directives to change it, and the power plants, and the gun ammo ban, and everything else. And meanwhile, 3 years ago, Obama signed an executive order during any emergency, including economic, to even suspend Congress. But he doesn't need to, because Congress itself has suspended itself, becoming ceremonial and vestigial. There is a big movement to remove Boehner, the speaker, from his leadership role, and that is wonderful. We need to all get behind that, because this is getting serious. The Republican leadership just wants to sell the country out, get rich, but be able to blame the Democrats when they're all part of it. Here's the article from 2 years ago. Paul Watson, ex-Treasury official, Obama could use debt crisis to seize total power under orders. You can go read the subsections of that. And that dovetails with the new article today. Bernanke wants the U.S. president to declare economic emergencies, close quote, in future crises. President should get the power to declare economic emergencies. See, they already have it on paper, but now they're selling it as if, oh, we need it. Oh, we need NSA spying to keep you safe, after it's already on the books. President should get the power to declare economic emergencies along the lines to declare war, said former Federal Reserve Chairman Ben Bernanke yesterday. President should get the power to declare economic emergencies along the lines of declaring war, said former Federal Reserve Chairman Ben Bernanke on Monday. We need to get Paul Watson or Adon Salazar or somebody, or Kit Daniels or Kurt Nimmo or Mikhail Thalen, one of our great writers, to go back to the last few executive orders from 2.5 years ago. In fact, I need to actually print the executive orders off. Here's Market Watch breaking it down. That's the current announcement, but I want to get the actual executive order because I forget the number. I think the headline from InfoWars, but was also in other news, was something like, President Obama signs order, and it wasn't an executive order, it was a presidential decision directive. Obama directive. I'm going to give you the exact headline. Obama directive gives president power to declare emergency for any crisis, including economic. We need to have a new article out tying it into that, showing how they're now moving to sell it. And you notice the season on guns, on ammo, on borders, on war, on security, on spying, on energy, on every subject. It's centralized, it's outside Congress, it's the president and the bureaucracy, and the Congress is signing off because it's a premeditated plan. And with it comes false flag terror. There's an article on Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com that you should send out to everybody you know. Nations all over the world confess to carrying out false flag terrorism. 50-plus links to mainstream news, not theory, admitted fact, because believe me, this is the next phase of what we're going to see. But they don't want to have it be Islamic attacks just yet, because then we'll say, well, why are you bringing them in at record levels, the radical Islamists? Why are you protecting them? Why are you funding them? It's going to be domestic groups. They're going to stage events and blame it on domestic groups. That is what you can see, all the conditioning in Hollywood and the print media, the fiction, the nonfiction. They are preparing this to shut down their political opposition and kind of shame us into, oh, the next mass shooting, a patriot did it. Oh, a bombing of a mall, a patriot did it. And the Pentagon admits they're training their main enemy, returning veterans, gun owners, and things like that. You can see the writing on the wall an idiot could see this.